Guys, so today I'm going to be showing you my everyday makeup routine, like my go-to look at the moment. I've changed like quite a few products up recently and just used like a few different things, grabbed some things out my collection. So I thought I'd show you what I've been wearing on my face every day. The lighting in this video is not good. It's been going from like one thing to the next. Like it's kind of blue sky outside and bright, but then it's not inside. And it just keeps going crazy. So let's please just ignore the lighting and try and enjoy the video. So I'm going to start with my favourite primer, which is the L'Oreal Infallible Mattifying Base. It's my absolute fave. I use this with every single foundation. I just think it's really good. It's like a really nice silicone-y primer. The one thing I have really dug out of my collection and started using again is the Gosh Prime and Set Primer and Mattifying Setting Powder. This is kind of like a primer for people that have really oily skin, and I do at the moment. I'm wearing a foundation, within like an hour I'm looking like an oil slick. So I've started using this again, and you basically just powder underneath your foundation. Now I'm using this along with the L'Oreal one just because I like them together, and they seem to be working quite well, but I use this now, so I'm just going to get some on a brush and basically just like buff it into my face a little bit, and it does definitely work. I don't feel as oily in the day. The foundation seems to last a little bit longer as well. It doesn't break down as easily with the oil, and I do quite like it. Lighting's already driving me insane, so I'm just going to take some of this powder and basically just dust it all over my face. I really like this powder brush as well. This is by Look Good Feel Better. It's just their powder brush. The only thing is, because it's a loose powder, it doesn't have like one of those things to stop loads of powder coming out, so when you open the lid there's a lot of powder in like the top bit. Foundation wise, I've really been liking this one, which is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless for normal to oily skin in the colour 115. I really like this. I used to absolutely love, and I still do, it's my holy grail, the L'Oreal Infallible Mattifying Foundation. I use that one some days, but every single makeup look that I do, I always show that foundation. So I thought I'd use this one in this video for you today. I really like it, and I didn't think I would like it as much as I do. I kind of just picked it up on a whim and kind of was like, oh, I'm sure that'll be alright, like to have in my collection. But actually I've been using it quite a few days, and also combined with that Gosh powder, it really just keeps me quite matte. But definitely this foundation still looks like skin. I do think some matte foundations can make you look like a ghost, like they can make you just look like you haven't got any kind of life in your skin. And I think it can look very obvious you're wearing foundation, whereas this one is a very liquidy foundation for a matte foundation. All of my brushes are currently really dirty, so I need to wash them today because I'm going on holiday tomorrow. When this goes up, I've been on holiday for like 3 days, so it's so exciting. But yeah, I really need to wash all my brushes before I go. I've got like so much stuff to do today, and washing my brushes has got to be a priority. I cannot go on holiday with them so dirty. This is the Real Techniques Expert face brush. This isn't one of my favourites, but literally all my foundation brushes are dirty, so I didn't really quite have a choice as to what to use. I'm moving on to a different brush. I'm going to be using the Sephora Pro Airbrush 55 brush, because this one isn't too dirty. It's like pick the least dirty brush out of the pot. Popped on my foundation. For some reason it doesn't look that great today, but hopefully with concealer and stuff we can make it look a little bit better. You know, sometimes your like makeup just doesn't look great. That is how I feel today. I'm then going to go with the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer in number 1. I am shattered today. I had the worst night's sleep. I just woke up at 6 o'clock and I couldn't go back to sleep, and I wasn't going to get up until like 9. So that was really annoying. So yeah, it put me in a really bad mood. So I'm super tired, and underneath my eyes look really dark today. So pop tons of that under eye concealer on, make myself look super awake. Or every time I say this, it just makes such a difference putting under eye concealer on. If you don't do it in your makeup routine, or I don't know, if you're like quite new to makeup, honestly, it is freaking amazing. Then I've been using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer instead of my Miss Sporty one that I really like. I still do really like the Miss Sporty one, but I've just been really enjoying this concealer lately. So I'm just going to pop that on my cheeks, a bit on my chin, try and make this foundation look a little bit better. It is a really nice foundation. I'm not entirely sure why it's coming up like looking, I don't know, not great today. So that's my base kind of done, and I normally just dust that over with some powder. I've got the Soap and Glory, what's this even called? one heck of a blot powder. I don't have much left in here at all. It looks like this. I need another one, but I just kind of like set it with this. Because I go over at the end with that Gosh powder again, because it's like a prime and set. You kind of like do it to start with and do it at the end, kind of to seal everything in, I guess. And then going to go in with Benefit's Hoola bronzer. I love this. It's one of my favourite shades, especially for summer. And I'm just going to go in with the fan brush that I use most of the time, and just go across my cheekbones. I know a lot of people take contouring really seriously. Me, I'm not one of them. Then just going to take a big fluffy powder brush with the Hoola bronzer and just take it on my temples, on my forehead, just where the sun would like naturally hit. I kind of went a bit overboard with this the other day and I looked like I was super duper tanned. Hopefully, by the time this video goes up in real life, I'll be really tanned. Then for eyeshadow, I have rediscovered this palette. This is the Smashbox Muse palette. Now, I had this ages and ages ago. I've only just realised this is Smashbox actually. I had this ages ago. I'm pretty sure you can no longer get this. And I completely lost it. Just didn't know where it had gone. Then I was underneath my bed and I just found it. And it's a really nice palette. I really like the shades in it. It's just really nice. And then I also have here the Stila Eyes of the Window shadow palette. And this is just one of my favourites. I love this. So I've kind of been using a combination of the both of these. So I'm just going to kind of like go in and use a few shades, make a pretty kind of like, I've kind of been liking like a shimmery kind of like bronzy eye, just as we're like coming more into summer, not like the weather's portraying that. So I'm just going to take like an all over the lid brush with this shimmery goldy shade and just pop that all over my eyes. I have to say I haven't really been that much into eyeshadow recently, which isn't very me. I love eyeshadow. I'm normally quite into it. I normally care quite a lot about what it looks like, but recently I've just kind of been like going to whatever palette that looks nice and just chucking whatever I want on my eyes. I'm then going to go in with more of a shimmery brown shade and just pop that into the crease. I know a lot of people don't like putting shimmery shades in the crease, whereas I'm not like that. I quite like it. I think it looks quite pretty. I love this palette. I have to say it's one of my favourite eyeshadow palettes. I don't think it's talked about enough at all. The shades are just so gorgeous. And the packaging is rose gold. Come on, guys. So I just blend that together and then take like a fluffy blending brush and just blend out the side of the shadow. Just because it can look a little bit harsh of a line. And I always find one eye looks a lot more blown out than the other. This one always looks more blown out than this one. So I normally then just take the brush that I use for my concealer and I just kind of like take away some of the blown outness. I'm sure you know what I mean, just like the blendiness. I'm then just going to take this Smashbox palette and just go in with the dark brown shade in here. I just go in with the dark matte brown shade and just take that in the outer corner and slightly into the end of the crease. Just to smoke it up slightly. I've just really been enjoying this kind of look. Just a really nice simple brown eye. Then I've also really been enjoying taking some shadow underneath my eye on a little smudger brush. I'm just going to take the brown shimmery shade that I had before and just take that underneath. I don't like it when it looks too much. Like, I know on a lot of people it looks so good when it's like real like underneath your eye. Whereas on me, I don't know, I've never actually really tried it, but I just always think it would look a bit silly. I'm then just going to apply my eyeliner, my favourite £1 one. I'm just going to literally do just a straight line across my eye. I'm just going to go in with mascara, and I absolutely love this Maybelline Lash Sensational mascara, but I kind of am coming to the end of it. It's getting quite dry, and I have brought the waterproof version for holiday. But I kind of like, I don't know why I haven't opened it, to be honest, but I don't know, it's just like in my case, so I'm just leaving it until tomorrow. It's hands down one of my favourite mascaras. I do think it's quite similar to Benefit's They're Real mascara, but I don't know, I prefer this one. They're Real's a lot harder to get off, and I find They're Real a bit itchy on my eyelashes. Like the brush, when I apply it, is quite itchy on my eyelashes. Then I'm just going to go over it with this one, which is the Makeup Forever Excessive Lash. It's just a little mini, and I can't actually remember where I got it. I think I got sent it. Oh, I got sent it when I got sent the Makeup Forever HD powder. And I just kind of pop a little bit on my top lashes, just because that mascara is kind of losing its touch a little bit, just because it's getting a bit dried out and stuff. So just like choose that one to give me a little bit of amp. I'm then going to do my eyebrows, and this is the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in dark brown. I use this every time. It's my absolute baby. I love it so much for my brows. I would never use anything else. I do need another one though. Mine's really, really dried out. You know when you don't quite realise, you just think, oh no, it's the same. And then you kind of really think and you see other people's and you're like, mine is not the same as that. So when I come back from holiday, I'm going to have to get another one. But this has lasted me like a year and a half. I had my brows done yesterday as well, so it's so much easier to do my eyebrows right now. When there's like no extra hair and they look perfect, it's like absolute goals. Like, it's just my fave. I'm really surprised that that brow just went well. I don't know, I feel like I'm not having much luck today with things. So I'm just really surprised that that brow went well. I think I've jinxed it. This one's not doing very good. When I said I jinxed it, I really did. This brow looks awful. She hadn't done a very good job of that. If you haven't watched my weekly vlog, then you won't know, but the woman didn't do a great job of my eyebrows anyway. She had like loads of hair, like unwaxed. That eyebrow's shocking. I'm then going to go in with some blusher. I'm going to use the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush Palette. I love this. It's one of my favourites. I'm definitely bringing it on holiday with me. I'm just going to use some of the pink shade, I think, today. And then just going to go in with some highlight. I'm going to be using the Sleek Highlighting Palette. And I'm going to go in with this one, like the one that's at the bottom right. It's kind of my favourite one in here, I think. It's definitely not as full on as I thought it would be, this palette. I thought it would be very like, oh my god, you've got highlighter on. This one is quite subtle in my opinion. Probably not for other people, but I don't think it's that bam. And there's another one in here that is a little bit more so, but I don't think this one is. Now, as usual, just going to take a little brush, take the same highlighter in my inner corner and up on my brow bone. And then last but not least, I'm going to just apply some lipstick, and this is this Sleek Matte Me, what's it called? Ultra Smooth Matte Lip Cream in the colour Birthday Suit. I really like this. I really like the formula of it and everything, and I really like it with this makeup look. I've been wearing it a lot. I just really like it when it dries matte. Obviously currently it's not matte, but once it goes matte it looks really nice. So I'm then going to finish off again with the Gosh Prime and Set Loose Powder, just because I really like the finish that it gives, and it just keeps me nice and matte throughout the day. So that is the end of my everyday makeup routine. I really like this makeup on me. I think it's just really pretty, and I really like the pink lip as well, rather than me just wearing Velvet Teddy every day, which I do still wear, but I just really like this with like a really nice matte lip, and I really like how it feels, and I just like the formula, and it's just really nice to wear throughout the day. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you haven't before. The button is always just down below. And please give this video a big thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and I will speak to you next time. Bye!